Hi, I'm Chris from Media Wrench. I don't do this often, but the following clip is a great example of exactly why Media Wrench was formed. Namely, to show you, the people, what mainstream media refuses to show you. It is important that you take the time to look into the stories the mainstream media, or I, present to you, because the media plays a major role in determining the narrative which ultimately becomes known as history. The fact that you can now hear my voice says to me that you are indeed willing to think outside the box, and every single view on this channel makes me more hopeful about the possibility of taking reality as we know it from the hands of those who would twist reality into a cynical farce, only interested in making a profit from the plight of the hard-working, thoughtful citizens. This is our mainstream news machination. It does not work for us. On December 10th, people came together to protest the CAPP, the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers, who have been working tirelessly to create a deregulated industry with little regard for the safety of the people. The treaties no longer protect our people, our lakes, and our air, all for profit, regardless of the legacy of filth and destruction we trade for security. The following clip begins with Sun News' Ezra trying desperately to get a usable clip from the protesters. By usable, I mean something defamatory and inane. While you watch this, keep in mind who is and who is not being paid for their attendance.
As a human being, you can sit here and laugh, but everyone's on to you.
What about the jobs? 1,800 First Nations
for a
work
second
for the
and
oil
hear
sands.
people out.
Do you think that those First Nations employees in the oil sands should be thrown out of work because
Have you
you're a
spent time in
protester?
Alberta?
Yeah, I'm from there.
Have you? Have you went up to the tar sands and spent time up there?
Yeah, and they
have
call
you
it the oil
spent
sands.
time in the communities that have been
Fort
talking
Chippewa.
about?
Did
you drink their
You've
water?
been in Fort Chippewa.
Yeah, I've been up to the north.
Oh yeah, but you have.
Have you?
When were you in Fort Chippewa?
I go up to the oil sands a couple times
So you're
a year.
full of shit right now.
Okay. You haven't asked me what you haven't answered me about what you think of the 1,800 Aboriginal people who work for the oil sands companies. Do you think they should be out of work because you're a professional protester?
There's more jobs in Germany, you idiot. There are jobs in Germany.
So do you think First Nations people from northern Alberta should go to Germany?
I think that when I went to the tar sands healing walk and walked with ex-employees of the tar sands,
Who paid for you to go there? Who paid for you to go there?
I paid myself.
Yep. And how about you?
No, I'm not done talking to you. You don't get to just come in and say who you want to choose. Guys.
Yeah, you've never been there? Never been there?
Yeah, I've been there a lot.
So, but
I actually worked there for the University of Manitoba doing research, documenting elders and community members.
So who
my
paid for that?
experiences with that. That would be the University of Manitoba, buddy. Like, put
You
your
still work
brain
for them
on.
now?
No, I don't.
I want to tell you about the workers. When I went to the tar sands healing walk, I walked in solidarity with ex-employees of the tar sands who agreed. And 80% of the people who pass by, and you know, because you've been there, that the only people on that highway are people like coming in with the trucks. And 80% of the people honking were honking in support.
So
people
what should they do for a living instead of working there?
We should bring back subsidies for green energy and consultation with people, First Nations, who want those projects on their property.
So you think 1,800 Aboriginal people working in the oil sands will get jobs making solar panels in northern Alberta?
Over 1 million people are employed in Germany right now for green technology. A
so
million
you want to
people
send
have
Aboriginal
jobs.
people to Germany?
No, I'm saying that Germany has a much better policy on their energy than
But
we
I'm not
do
asking
here.
about Germany. I'm asking about Aboriginal
Those
people in
Aboriginal
northern Alberta.
people want a better job that don't make them sick from cancer and die.
But 1,800 of them have chosen to work in the oil sands. Why do you want to throw Aboriginal people out of work?
Those people want to work somewhere better that they don't have cancer.
Obviously not.
Yes, they do. They don't have a choice,
Do you
right?
speak for-
What choice do they have? Do you speak for them? You seem to know a lot about them. You're telling me that those people want to work there, and if they weren't gone, we'd be kicking them out. Is that what you're saying? Have you spoke to those people? Is that what they're telling you?
No, listen, I've sat down with Indian chiefs in
Shell and
northern
Enbridge.
Alberta,
You speak for oil companies,
and
buddy.
oil sands is the best work they've ever had. What do you do for a living?
For
I
the
work in
best
film and
work that
television.
anyone's ever
Well,
had.
do you think 1,800 Aboriginal people are going to work in film and television?
No, I've already told you what I think, which is that they want, as far as I've heard, energy efficiency. They want
Is that what Aboriginal
renewable.
people in northern Alberta are talking about?
Absolutely.
Just don't engage
Okay.
with this guy.
Okay, Ezra, you're gonna hear kids.
Goodbye, everybody.
Go wherever you
I
want.
touch people's
I'm the
hands.
little girl that makes sure that you can do whatever you want. I know what you do, okay?
I'm sorry that I actually have a job, and
I have a job.
I have a job. What do you? If you have a job, what are you doing standing out here?
I'm allowed to take it off because they believe
Right, yeah. We have
You
a right
have
to
to
take
do
the
what you're
cameras
told.
anywhere we want to.
So do we. We have a right to put the cameras wherever we want.
You're a professional protester. I hope you're getting paid well.
Actually, I work in film and television as assistant director.
Yeah. And you're a child.
From Chippewa, the Thames First Nation in southwestern Ontario, the Great Lakes Territory. I'm here today as part of a group of concerned citizens regarding Mother Earth and the protection of our lands and resources. I've been asked to speak at this event by a member of one of the organizations, one of our allies in protection of the environment. So I'm just going to address you with some thoughts as you stand out here today and as you have dedicated your time to this cause. And I'd like to remind people to be conscious of other people around you. There are people out there who would like to divide you, divide your message, and divide your cause and marginalize your cause. There are people out there who want to make this about money and power. But we must remind them we're out here because of the people inside there who are all about money and power. As a First Nations person, as a Anishinaabe, I have a responsibility. I was born into this responsibility to be conscious of our efforts when we walk on Mother Earth, to be conscious of the health, not only of Mother Earth, but what she provides for people, for our citizens, for our elders, our women, our youth, our children, and children of the future generations yet to come. The people inside there who are meeting right now, discussing pipelines, discussing profit margins, they have no concern about your families. They have no concern about the future generations. They have no concern about Mother Earth and what all that she provides. Their concern is power and money. As people here living in this world today in the year 2012, we are not against the conveniences that this world provides. We're not against prosperity. We all use microwaves and little gadgets and things that inventors have created. What we are against is the greed that comes with that. The people at top who want to keep their thumb on your cause. The people at top who want to keep their power and their money. So we must remind everybody, we must remind the world that we're here because we care. We're here because of peace. We're here because of love and kindness for Mother Earth and for people like us, for our children and our children's children. This is not about fighting. This is not about protesting. This is about making a statement. Making a statement that our voices will no longer be oppressed, that our cause will no longer be oppressed. The Creator has given us a responsibility, and we must live up to that responsibility. We have an obligation. Each and every one of us, each individual standing here today, you have a moral obligation to your people and to your land. Because this land was given to us by creation, and it was given to everyone. Not just one person, not just one racial group, not just one organization. This land was here for everyone, and Creator has provided enough resources for all of us to survive. Today is about choice, and this movement in general is about choice. We must remind the Government of Canada and other governments and industry that they have a choice. In my culture, we have teachings, we have a prophecy that are hundreds of years old, and part of those most of those prophecies have already come true. Right now, today, we are in what is called the 8th fire. The 8th fire has been lit. In the 8th fire, it is said that the people with power will be given a choice. They can either change their ways and follow the right road, the way of doing things that has compassion, kindness, generosity, sharing, all of those good qualities. They can choose to be creative in promoting those good things. Or they can choose to continue on the destructive path that they are on, and the result will be obvious. This is Creator's will. This is not my will. This is not your will. But we are in this together, and we do have an obligation. No matter how big your crowd is, no matter how small your crowd is, it's not important who is not here. It's important who is here. So stand beside each other and protect each other at all times. Protect your messaging. Don't let others divide you. Don't let others lead you on a path that you're not meant to be on. Follow your heart. Today I am in ceremony. I offered my tobacco this morning to the lake that they believe they own, the water that provides life for all of us. And I decided last night that I was going to fast throughout this process. It is important that we follow those protocols of prayer. It is important that we follow those protocols given to us, those teachings that were given to us. There's a bigger picture here. We are just a small piece of that picture. But without that piece, that picture is shattered. So remember, stay strong, follow your heart, and look after your brothers and sisters out there. Yaw go, miigwech.
It's not a